My name's Martin Powell-Davies, and I'm standing for re-election to the NUT National Executive for Inner London in the election that starts on March the 19th. Now, Michael Gove has criticised me for saying that his reforms are making teaching unbearable. The classroom teachers will tell you that's exactly what they're doing. If you have to work a 60-hour working week on average, you see performance-related pay dividing your staff, you see teachers being told they're going to have to work until they're 68 to get a full pension, then yes, life does become unbearable. And no wonder so many teachers are leaving, forced out by bullying, by capability, by excessive workload. Yet Michael Gove doesn't care. He's quite happy to have a cheap, compliant workforce delivering his narrow curriculum. We think that that's got to stop, that it's bad for education. But to defend teachers and to defend education, then we have to take serious action. Gove says that he's prepared to meet unions to have talks, but he's always been clear that his talks can only be about implementation of his policies. We are not going to make any serious gains from negotiations until we show Michael Gove that we're prepared to take serious action. Contrast our behaviour to the actions of the late Bob Crow. On his way to winning, significant gains from the attacks that they were making on London Underground staff by saying that what they would do is to announce 2 48-hour strikes. That first strike was so solidly supported that then Mayor Johnson and the Underground had to come to the negotiating table. That's what we need to do, not to keep hesitating, not to keep delaying, but to have a clear calendar of strike action. So I'm glad that we now have the national strike called for March the 26th. And that strike has got to be as solidly supported as we can, right around the country. But what we have to make sure is it doesn't become just another one-off protest action, which isn't followed up for months. We should make sure that we announce now that that March the 26th action will be followed by further action. And I believe a 2-day strike in the summer term should follow, and that we should make clear to Michael Gove that more will follow, unless he starts to give in and he starts to make changes to his attacks. And I believe if we have that kind of serious calendar of action, we will get support from teachers and we will get support from parents as well if we go out and explain about the attacks in education. And what we also need is to make sure that we've got clear campaign demands so that teachers know what it is that we're fighting for. I believe that we've got to make sure that teachers have a life outside teaching. And that means winning 20% PPA, planning, preparation, assessment time for all teachers in all sectors. It means putting an end to performance-related pay so that at least we have main-scale pay progression for teachers. That we begin to steal back some of what's been taken from us for pay freezes and for the attacks on pensions. And that, I think, is a £2,000 pay increase on all pay points. That we get rid of Ofsted and the league table regime that is piling all that pressure on schools and on teachers. And that last but not least, we demand that teachers can't work on until 68 and that all teachers should be able to retire on a full pension at 60. If you agree with those demands, if you agree that we need a clear strategy of action to defeat Gove's attacks, to defend education, to stop relentless workload, to win back our pay and pensions, then support my campaign and vote Powell-Davies #1 in the national executive election in Inner London. Thank you for your support.
How are you?